Remember that Hoya Imbricata I got a few days ago? Today, we're going to give her something proper to climb. Now, I know she's going to need a little more than just a plank. This is going to require a decent amount of humidity to get her to shingle onto the plant. So what I think I'm going to do is I've got my pre-soaked sphagnum moss, I've got my cedar plank, and I also have some twine and some sturdy twists. And the idea is to attach some of my sphagnum moss to the plank so I can keep it moist, and hopefully that will encourage her to attach onto the plank a little bit easier. I also have my fresh soil box and my dirty soil box because we're going to be changing the pot as well. First off, let's check and see what her roots look like. Good news, I think with the plank in there and with the right soil, I can pop her up a size. I'm just going to have to be careful not to overwater her. I'm going to add as much of the chunks and the soil as absolutely possible, because during this whole transition of getting her to attach to the plank, I don't really want the soil staying wet, but I need this to stay constantly moist. So since it is in just a little bigger of a pot than I prefer, I'm going to make sure that the mix is super chunky and gritty. I just heard my humidifier make a really weird sound. With it being chunkier and grittier, there's going to be way less of a chance that I can overwater her, okay? So I've got her in the new pot. I've got the plank in there. I probably should have attached the moss to the plank before I did this, but I don't know. This is probably going to be a mess. I'm going to do my best to capture this on camera on the pole. You don't want it to be like sopping wet. My daughter is screaming in the background. She's obviously getting mad at her tablet. What else is new? You're going to lose some pieces of moss as you do this. It just is what it is. I'm just taking this sturdy twist and I'm just wrapping it around the pole. Mercy, what's going on, girlie? I'm going to measure my plant tape here. This would be a lot easier to do if I had an extra set of hands, but here we are. Now the plant is going to be able to sense and feel the moisture from the moss, and it's going to encourage her to hopefully shingle against our plank here. I'm just going to stuff some extra moss in here on board. And this is what she looks like. Now, eventually, if her leaves begin to shingle, then I will add an extension to this plank so she can continue to grow up. But this is my first time with this plant, so I'm not really sure what to expect. This is one of those plants there isn't a whole lot of information for the care out there on, at least not that I found. So yeah, that's the fun part about this hobby though. You get to experiment, trial and error, and with each time you do something right or wrong, it doesn't matter. You walk away learning something, and I think that's beautiful. So yeah, let's hear it for the girl.